Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Momentum number 306. On this video today, we're going to be talking about how you can solve one of the biggest time sucks in growing your business. Guys, it's no secret, one of the biggest turnover positions or one of the biggest areas of turnover that you're going to have, I guess even turmoil, is the frontline positions. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how we've been able to solve that in our internal operations. And hopefully, if you guys implement the stuff we're talking about here, you won't have these same challenges. If you're first time on the channel, Matt Beard, we talk about real estate investing, entrepreneurship. Oh my gosh, so many different things. VAs, everything. I guarantee if you go back through all the videos here in this channel, you will have a very high functioning real estate business. But most importantly, we touch on a lot of things. And one of the biggest things that you guys are going to encounter is stuff that you don't know that you will encounter right now. If you're just getting started, if you're just getting a couple deals, the hurdles and challenges that are ahead of you, you may not see. So please utilize the things that we talk about here, utilize these tips, because I promise you guys, as your businesses grow, you will start to find constraints that you did not know you had. And one of the biggest things here is how to create rock stars in your business. How can you make that predictable? We use a tool called Trainual to make it happen. But again, guys, the highest turnover you're going to have in your company, in your businesses, like in general, is going to be those frontline positions. So that is the first thing you should do. As you obviously have to have an operating business. So hopefully you're already doing deals by this point. You're a one-man show. You've been wearing all the hats. You're one-man show. You've been wearing all the hats, and now it's time to grow. It really comes down to the people. We all have the same systems or similar systems. We all have the same data or similar data. The biggest thing that's going to set our companies apart is the people working in them. So how do you develop great people? How do you hire great people? How do you have something systemized to help you on that end? So what we do, what's up, guys? Thanks for hopping in. What we do and what we utilize is something called Trainual. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So Trainual does have a trial program. We're working with these guys to create us some templates. So that way you guys won't have to go out and make your own thing. But I'm giving you guys a rough overview of what it could look like and just give you some ideas, right? So this is the Trainual, I guess, back office. This is what you're going to see as an admin or just a general user. I can have courses assigned to myself, and I can assign courses to other people. So what you guys can see is like we have like what's the front line positions in this company, well, not in this company, but in this industry as a whole. The frontline positions are anything to do with lead generation. So cold calling, right? We even like you have SMS, any sort of marketing. So there you go. American Home Offers marketing, any sort of like frontline people that are responsible for bringing in leads is the highest turnover. So it's important that you're always bringing on good people, accounting for the turnover, right? You want to keep great talent. You want to create a competitive environment. And how do you do that? We personally, or I have in the past, I haven't over the last couple months, but in the past, I've utilized something that I absolutely love. It's called the relegation system. So I'll bring on VAs with a 30-day agreement with that person. Say, hey, over the next 30 days, I'm going to do the best I can to make sure you're in a position to win. Likewise, you're going to do the best you can to generate leads. And if you have challenges, you reach out for help and support. You're open to coaching and feedback, all these things over the next 30 days. And we make it competitive, and I'll have 3 or 4 VAs start at once, and I'll say, hey, guys, after 30 days, I'm going to keep 2 of you, right? And what happens naturally is 1 or 2 of the other ones will weed themselves out either by quitting, not showing up, not playing by the same rules, not performing, right? But we create a healthy, competitive environment by keeping the best people, but we're always hiring. So in order for me to have hire number 5 have the same information as hire number 1, or hire number 10 have the same hire information as hire number 1, can you imagine how much of a time suck that is? And maybe you've already started to experience this with having to repeat yourself over and over and over and over with the same information. So you need to put it somewhere. A great place to start is Google Classroom, but the next level up from that is going to be Trainual. So you guys can see we have American Home Offers marketing. We have VA cold call training. So they can use this as like when we get a new cold call rep, they go in, they hop into this course, and then they have their professional development in here. For example, our American Home Offers Junior Acquisition. These are lead managers here. Okay. Now under the lead manager tab, I'll just click on it real quick so you guys can see. This is the basics. So when I hire a new lead manager, they're going to go through a 2-day basic training, right? They get an understanding of what the systems are, how to, input their pay and how to update the CRM and all this stuff. And they can always refer back to it. So they don't need to ask me. They can go back to their training. And then I have a basic objections library. So when they're doing their role play, which is a part of their day to day. So when you click on the basics day one, role play is a part of that under the agenda. They're going to be doing some role playing. So I let them use their objections or anything that they've encountered, right? Because we do mock calls and they will do live seller calls. Any sort of objections that really has stumped our sales reps in the past, go here in the objections library and they can use that to be better on the job, right? That's the resources they need. Honestly, when it comes to this kind of sales, it's just we need to get your reps in. Once you have the knowledge and know-how, right? We look for batteries included employees, so people who already have some industry specific knowledge or I've promoted from within from someone who was a cold caller. They now have a basic understanding. Great. Here's what that looks like. We have the objections library, and then we have our sales development. So anything when it comes to sales training on a week-to-week basis, I have our sales team meet up and we do a 1 hour training on a specific topic, and we use that for sales development. I take those recordings and I put them in here and I make a library for that, right? So what happens is I end up creating this massive course, this huge library of resources that not just for my sales team, but also any frontline employees. Like I have now systemized the marketing. I've now systemized the training of the sales reps. Remember, systemize the things you can't automate. These are things that you start putting these things into place, you will get the results of not having to waste your time with saying the same thing over and over and over. Because reality is, if I bring on 5 new sales reps, there's a good chance of those 5 sales reps that none of them work out. Hopefully one of them does, right? But I can't bank on it. I need to make sure that I have the systems in place to automate or systemize bringing people in, getting them the knowledge and know-how, and then getting them off to the races so they can get paid. Really, that's the only thing people care about. So if they're stuck in the learning mode for a long period of time, they're not making any money, and then they're not going to be around for very long. So the faster you can get people up and going so they can start making money, that's what they care about. Remember, we talked about when you think about what's in someone else's best interest, their activities and their responses gets very predictable. Well, if you can think about what's in the best interest of a new employee for your company, how can you put them in a position to win? That's how you create a successful employee, but also someone who's going to stick around for a very long time. So guys, if you got value from this video today, please like it, please share it. Please check out Trainual if you haven't already. It's a very powerful tool. You can do so many different things in there, but one of those things is you can systemize your back end training and development for your employees, which will eventually be a constraint for your company, right? Bringing on new people, you want to make sure the same information is carried throughout all of employees. And you can always go back and you can update it on a month-to-month basis. So guys, again, if you got value from this, please like it, please share it. And if you haven't already, head over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. It helps more than you know. We'll see you on the next video. Later.